Everyone's cooking Oreos after seeing this genius idea. I'll start by adding 180 grams of Oreo biscuit to this pan with hot water. Just keep stirring until it all melts down. You're gonna see how amazing it turns out in the end. I've made this at home several times and my kids love it. I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar. Next, I'll pour in 1 cup of milk. Keep mixing everything really well. No rush. I'm pretty sure you'll find this super easy to make. Now I'll transfer all of this to a mixing bowl. I'll add 3 eggs. Also, a 1/4 cup of oil. This is gonna taste perfect, you'll see. Now I'm adding 2 cups of wheat flour. Let's mix it all together until everything's nicely combined. Oh, and before I forget, tell me where you're watching from so I can send you a special shout out. Today's shout out goes to Jessica Thompson from Austin, Texas. I'm so happy you're enjoying our recipes. Now I'm gonna pour this batter into a greased baking dish. I'll pop it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes. Meanwhile, in a pan, I'm adding 2 cups of condensed milk. Keep the heat on medium-low to get the best texture. It's one of those recipes that you try once and never forget. Then add 1 cup of milk powder and 2 tablespoons of butter. Keep stirring well. Take your time with this part. I made this yesterday for my friends, and they loved it so much they begged me to teach you guys how to make it. The best part about this recipe is how quick and easy it is. You don't need a lot of ingredients, which is why it's become a regular at my house. I bet it'll become a favorite in yours too. When you try it, send me a photo of how it turned out. I'd love to see it. Now I'll add 1/2 cup of heavy cream. Mix a little more. It's so good. I promise it'll be gone in no time at your place. This recipe has a few steps where you need to stir really well. Go slow and you'll get a perfect final result. Time to take the cake out of the oven. Now I'm going to pour that topping we just made right over the cake. Spread it nice and even. Just looking at it makes me want to slice. These ingredients together are a total flavor bomb. It's the kind of cake that's perfect for any occasion. Great for gathering family and friends. Try it. This is one of those recipes that surprises you with how good it tastes, even using simple ingredients. Now just cut a slice, serve it on a plate, and dig in. Look at that texture. It's amazing, and I'm sure the flavor is just as incredible. The secret really is in how everything comes together. If you nail the ingredient amounts, it'll turn out perfect, just like mine. If you liked it, stay tuned for more exclusive tips like this one. Easy to make, delicious to eat, and impossible not to go back for seconds. I put ground beef on top of the potatoes, and the result was incredible. For our recipe, I'm going to cut 3 potatoes into small slices. I don't know how I went so long without this delicious dish on my table. Now I make it every week. Everyone at home loves this meal, and whenever I make it, there's nothing left. Next, I'm going to add olive oil to a pan. This recipe is going to impress you. I'll transfer our potatoes to the pan. This is an amazing meal. Quick, easy, with few ingredients. And the best part, it's delicious. There's no reason not to make it at home and enjoy this treat. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 of paprika, and 1 of oregano. I'll mix until our potatoes are well seasoned and fried. Once fried, I'll place our potatoes in a glass dish. Guys, I love the result of this recipe. In the same pan, I'm going to add a little more olive oil. I'll add 1 diced onion and also 3 minced cloves of garlic. I'll stir until our onions are well browned. Next, I'll add 500 grams of ground beef. I'll mix our ingredients until the beef cooks a bit. Once it's like this, I'll add another teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 of paprika, and 1 of oregano. I'll mix all our ingredients so the beef becomes even more flavorful with our seasoning. To finish, I'll add 1/2 cup of tomato sauce. I'll stir a bit more so the beef absorbs the flavor of our tomato sauce. Now, I'll place our ground beef on top of the potatoes. Take the chance and tell me if you have any different recipes using potatoes and ground beef. I'd love to know more about your favorite meals. This is the perfect meal for Sunday lunches with the family gathered around, and I'm sure it will be the highlight of the day because the result is so wonderful. I'll add mozzarella on top of our dish. I have no doubt it will become one of your favorite meals as well. The result is so amazing, it's sure to impress you. I'll bake it at 360 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. Once the time is up, our recipe will be ready. I have no doubt you'll come back to thank me for teaching you this wonderful lunch. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. See you in the next video. Bye.
Make eggs in a different way. We're going to start by cooking 5 eggs for, I'd say, 12 minutes. Now, after this time, you want to remove the water, and then you're going to cut the eggs in half. And now just repeat the process with all of them. And make sure to not leave the eggs in the water for too long. Just see that the eggs haven't darkened. That's the perfect tip. You don't want them to turn dark at all. Keep them light in color. Then put them in a bowl and set aside. Now for the next step, in a buttered pan, we're going to place the eggs with the cut side facing the bottom of the pan. And just pour until your pan is full. The result is so incredible and will definitely surprise you. And this is a very different kind of egg recipe, but the result is so beautiful and so tasty. So just place the last piece in the middle, like so, and then next we are going to season the eggs with some salt. I should say seasoning is optional, but I highly recommend. Then add some paprika and make sure to spread your eggs out really well. Then add some black pepper and add a little saffron and just spread with your hands to make it a little bit easier. Then finish with some oregano. And I should have mentioned, I haven't even turned my heat on yet, so you want to just make sure to finish this process first and then turn on the heat. You don't want it to be burning while you're doing this process, so start this without heat, then turn the heat on. Now we're going to add some cheese on top. I prefer to use grated cheese, but totally up to you or what you have on hand. The result is going to be so amazing. So then we're just going to put the lid on and let the cheese melt. I'd say turn the heat to a low temperature so it doesn't burn. And just wait a few minutes for it to cook. So after we've waited those few minutes, our eggs are now ready. They should look like this. The result is so sensational. Now finish with a little bit of parsley. I'm getting so hungry. The flavor, the smell, so amazing. So just serve on a plate for all of your family. Wow, it smells so, so good. And as you can see, the cheese melts really well. Yum. Please enjoy.
A simple trick in chicken turns into a 5-star restaurant dish. To start, I place a rack over 3 chicken breasts and make parallel cuts. In a bowl, I add a 1/4 cup of olive oil, a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of chimichurri, 5 minced garlic cloves to give our recipe that special Sunday flavor. I add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, cover it with plastic wrap and let it marinate for 30 minutes. Now I slice 200 grams of mushrooms. Next, we're going to slice 2 red onions into half-moon shapes. In a baking dish, I add the sliced onion. Then I place the delicious mushrooms one by one. And right after that, I add 2 tomatoes sliced into rounds. And before I forget, tell me which city you're watching from so I can send you a special shout-out. Today's shout-out goes to Rachel Thompson from Halifax, Canada. I'm really happy you're enjoying our recipes. Now I arrange the chicken breasts on top of the tomato. And then I bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes. After baking, I top it with mozzarella to taste to make our delicious recipe even more flavorful. Then I return it to the oven to melt and brown the cheese for 15 more minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. This always grabs attention when I put it on the table. The smell, the color, everything shows it came out just right. It looks like something from a restaurant, but it's one of those recipes you get the hang of quickly. I like to take my time at this point because that's when you really see the result of the whole preparation. You know that feeling when you know you nailed it? That's it. The texture already shows it turned out perfectly, and every time I make it, it feels like it turns out better than the last. This is how the French make chicken. I wonder if it's really that good. To start our recipe, I slice a chicken breast lengthwise and then open it up. I place some plastic on top and use a kitchen mallet to pound it. I give it a few more taps to flatten it evenly. This helps the seasoning soak in and ensures it fries evenly. Next, I add 1 teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of black pepper. Then rub everything all over the chicken with my hands. In a larger bowl, I add 2 eggs, 3 minced garlic cloves, half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese, and parsley to taste. Then mix everything well. In another dish, I add 1 cup of wheat flour. I coat the chicken breast first in the flour, making sure it's well covered. Then I dip it into the egg mixture. I do this slowly to cover all sides. This layer will form that crispy, flavorful crust. In a pan, I add 1 tablespoon of butter and olive oil and let it melt and mix well. And before I forget, let me know which city you're watching me from so I can send you a special shout-out. Today's shout-out goes to James Carter from Austin, Texas. I'm really happy you're enjoying our recipes. Back to our recipe. After frying the chicken breast, I keep using the same pan and add half a cup of chicken broth and half a cup of white wine, stirring to combine. Now I add 1 tablespoon of butter, mixing well until it thickens and changes color. The aroma of this sauce is amazing. Next, I add a teaspoon of chimichurri and 1 teaspoon of fried garlic. Next, I place the chicken breast back in the pan. With a spoon, I gently drizzle the sauce over it, letting it flow into the crispy surface. It glazes everything and soaks into the edges, bringing a beautiful shine and aroma that fills the kitchen. This is one of my favorite parts because this is where the dish really comes alive. You can tell just by looking that it's going to be amazing. Carefully, I transfer the chicken to the main plate. It's golden, tender, with a firm crust on the outside. I cut into it slowly and see the juicy, well-seasoned inside. The knife slides easily, showing it's cooked just right. I admire the texture, the contrast of the crispy exterior with the glossy sauce on top. It's the kind of dish that impresses before the first bite.
I discovered the trick that changed my life in the kitchen. Now, I only make chicken this way. For this recipe, we'll need 1 frozen chicken breast, and I'm going to grate it using a peeler. Tell me which chicken recipe is the most popular in your home. I'd love to know. Now I'll transfer everything to a bowl. Here we have 2 potatoes, and we'll also grate them using the peeler. And before I forget, tell me what city you're watching us from so I can send you a big hug. Today's hug goes to Daniel Moore from Chicago. I'm so glad you're enjoying our recipes. Once that's done, I'll add them to the same bowl. We'll need 1 onion, and we'll do the same with it. We'll add the onion to the bowl. Now I'm going to grate 200 grams of mozzarella cheese, and we'll put it in the bowl, then add 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and mix it all together really well. Make this recipe at home and come back to tell me what you thought. I'm sure you and your whole family will love it. In a pan, I'm going to add a bit of oil, 1 tablespoon of butter, and stir until it melts. Once that's done, I'll transfer all the mixture into the pan. And I'll smooth it out with a spoon so it's nice and even. I'll cover and let it cook for 15 minutes. After that, I'll flip it using a plate and put it back in the pan. Cover again and leave it for another 10 minutes. After removing it from the pan and placing it on a plate, I'll sprinkle some parsley on top. It gives that special touch to our recipe. This recipe is absolutely delicious.
I discovered the best homemade ice cream recipe in the world. Only 3 ingredients. Add 3 1/3 cups of well-chilled heavy whipping cream to a bowl. With the help of a mixer, beat the cream very well until it stiffens. Notice that the result is a very creamy whipped cream. To this, add 1 1/4 cups of cocoa powder. My cocoa is 50% cocoa. Using a spatula, mix these ingredients well. I'll use the mixer again, but I like to fold in the chocolate first to avoid splatters in my kitchen. Stir with a spoon or spatula. This tip is super handy to avoid mess in the kitchen. After lightly mixing, remove the excess from the spatula and get the mixer back. Beat well with the mixer to fully incorporate the cocoa powder. This is the perfect result of the cocoa powder mixed into our whipped cream. The last ingredient in our recipe is sweetened condensed milk. Add 1 cup of sweetened condensed milk to your bowl. I guarantee this ice cream recipe is so delicious that you won't want to buy store-bought anymore. Repeat the process and mix again. The condensed milk not only makes the ice cream sweeter, but also makes the cream smoother, more homogeneous, and shiny. Now, just transfer it to a larger bowl. The texture of the ice cream is so delicious that my mouth is already watering. Now you must make this recipe at home because I'm teaching you a super valuable recipe. A recipe to make at home, simple and super easy. Make it to please your kids because you're going to thank me. My mouth is already watering because the ice cream smells wonderful. A simple and easy recipe to make at home. Did you notice I only used 3 ingredients and made this huge amount of ice cream? Spread it well in your pan. The result is beautiful and so delicious. Make it at home. Freeze for at least 4 hours. Soon I'll show you the result of our ice cream. And here is the result of our ice cream after a few hours in the freezer. I'm going to serve a generous portion. Notice that it stays creamy with a soft texture and doesn't get too hard. I'm narrating, but my mouth is watering. Serve a generous portion for yourself and your family. You can also make it at home and leave it in the freezer overnight. Serve it at lunch, and you'll please your whole family. Now, I'll show you an optional topping. Add strawberry syrup on top. But if you prefer more balanced desserts, just add the ice cream and enjoy. Enjoy this perfect ice cream for your summer, and bon appetit. Shall we eat?
If you have a can of condensed milk and a can of peaches, make this delicious dessert. To start our recipe, I'll strain 450 grams of peaches and drain all the liquid from them. Guys, this recipe is wonderful. Next, I'll transfer our peaches to another bowl and, with the help of a mixer, I'll blend the peaches until they become juice, like this. Then, I'll add 2 cups of condensed milk to the blended peach juice and use the mixer again to mix our ingredients. This recipe is incredible. I'm sure the result will surprise you. In another bowl, I'll put 2 cups of whipping cream and then use a mixer to whip the whipping cream until it reaches a frosting consistency. My friends always ask me to teach them how to make this. It's so amazing. It'll look like this. After reaching this point, I'll add our peach and condensed milk mixture to the whipping cream. I'll mix all the ingredients well. Guys, this dessert has become one of my favorites since the first time I made it. I'm sure it will become yours too. I'll set aside a bit. Meanwhile, I'll crush 80 grams of chocolate, which will give a special touch to our recipe. It's a simply amazing, delicious recipe with few ingredients. Make it at home and then come back here to tell me what you thought. I'd love to know. After crushing the chocolate, I'll pour it into our mixture of whipping cream, peach, and condensed milk. I'll mix it again so that the chocolate is spread throughout our recipe. Once done mixing, I'll transfer it to another container. Guys, I love this recipe. I'm sure you and your whole family will love it too. I make it every weekend. It's perfect for making with the whole family together, and whenever I make it, there's nothing left. My family loves it and asks me to make it all the time. After putting everything in the container, I'll leave it in the freezer for 4 hours. After the time has passed, our recipe is ready. Look how beautiful it turned out. This recipe has already become a routine in my house. I'm sure once you try it, it will become a routine in your house too. Just serve and enjoy this wonderful dessert. This recipe is perfect for making on those sunny weekends. It's very refreshing. Let me know if you have any recipes with peaches and condensed milk. I'd love to know. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Thank you so much for watching this video until here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Start by adding 4 potatoes cut into half-moon shapes. The oil is already hot, so let the potatoes fry. Fry them until they turn golden for a few minutes. Look, the fried potatoes are almost ready. Now, add 12 onions cut into half-moon shapes. Mix them with the potatoes. Let the onions fry with the potatoes for a few more minutes. Be careful when mixing, because the oil is very hot and you might burn yourself. Do it cautiously. Since the potatoes are almost ready, leave them aside for now. Now prepare the egg mixture. In this bowl, add 6 or 7 eggs. Then, add a teaspoon of salt. Also, add half a teaspoon of black pepper. Mix the eggs well, whisking them with a fork to make it easier. This potato recipe will surprise you. It's delicious and easy to make with everyday ingredients. I mixed the eggs well, and now the potatoes are ready. So, turn off the heat. Drain a bit of the oil and add the potatoes to the eggs. Remove all the potatoes from the pan and add them to the eggs. All in the same bowl. Don't worry, the result will be excellent. Even though it's a different recipe, everyone who tries it always wants more. Now, just mix the potatoes with the eggs well. Look, I mixed the potatoes with the eggs well. Now, put everything back in the pan with a bit of oil. Notice that I'm using a smaller pan, and the oil is just to grease it. Add all the potatoes and distribute them evenly, organizing them in the pan. Turn the heat to low temperature and cover the pan. After a few minutes, it will have cooked on one side. Then, flip the recipe. Look, it's golden on one side. Now, use a plate to flip the recipe. See how it's turning out. Put it back in the pan to brown the other side. You can use spatulas or a board to flip it. I always like to flip it this way, to keep the recipe together and avoid breaking it. And to finish our recipe, cover it again and leave it for a few more minutes to brown. Look, it's ready. The other side is perfectly golden as well. Now, take the plate and flip the recipe one more time. Look at how it turned out. A real marvel. See how our recipe stayed whole and well browned. In just a few minutes, it's ready. Cut a portion to show you how it looks inside. Try this recipe at home and let me know how it turned out. I want to know if you achieved the perfect point, and if you came up with any different ideas for this recipe. Enjoy your meal.